For as long as there have been oceans, there have been ships that never came home. But few mysteries drift through history quite like this one. A vessel found adrift with no soul on board, her sails torn but intact, her wheel turning gently to the rhythm of an indifferent sea, and a warm meal still sitting on the captain's table. This is the story of the Mary Celeste, a ship that became both a grave and a question that will never die. Picture the North Atlantic in December 1872. Steel gray water stretching endlessly beneath a bruised sky, cold wind biting through canvas and bone alike. The brigantine Dei Gracia cuts slowly through the swell, its crew weary but alert. On the horizon, they spot another ship, sails flapping loose, drifting aimlessly. No distress flag, no signal from her deck, just a shape moving without intent. When the Dei Gracia draws closer, they can make out her name, Mary Celeste. Captain David Morehouse knows that name. He dined with her captain only weeks before in New York. Now the ship he once toasted drifts alone. He orders a boarding party. They climb the rail, calling out into silence. No answer, no movement but the creak of ropes and the soft sigh of wind. The Mary Celeste is alive, but empty. Below deck, everything looks wrong in all the right ways. Half-eaten food congeals on plates. A sewing machine sits mid-stitch. A child's doll lies face down on the cabin floor. Lanterns still hang where they were left, their wicks dry but unburned. A half-written letter rests beside the captain's logbook. The final entry reads, "Past Santa Maria Island, Azores. Everything in order." And yet now, only 10 days later, the chronometer and sextant are gone. A single pump lies dismantled, and one of the ship's hatches bears signs of hurried work. Down in the cargo hold, every barrel of industrial alcohol remains. Save for 9, their staves slightly warped as if from pressure within. But there's no explosion, no fire. Only an eerie smell of fumes that clings to the air. Captain Benjamin Briggs was a man of integrity, known for calm judgment and deep faith. His wife Sarah and their 2-year-old daughter Sophia joined him for the voyage, a rare family crossing. Their crew of 7 were hand-picked, experienced sailors trusted with Briggs' life. Every one of them gone. The lifeboat is missing, but the ropes show it was released carefully, not torn away by force. No blood, no struggle, no signs of panic, just absence, as if the sea had quietly claimed them mid-sentence. Investigators later said the Mary Celeste was found in reasonable order, yet something about her felt unearthly, as though she remembered something the world was no longer allowed to know. Rumors unfolded in every direction. Some claimed mutiny, that the crew murdered Briggs and fled, but nothing was missing and no motive ever emerged. Others suggested pirates, but the North Atlantic was no pirate haven, and the cargo remained untouched. Then came the chemical theory that alcohol fumes built pressure in the hold, forcing open barrels and filling the ship with invisible vapor. Fearing explosion, Briggs may have ordered everyone into the lifeboat temporarily, only for a gust of wind or a shifting current to separate them forever. A simple accident, perhaps, but no trace of them was ever found. Others turned to stranger explanations: seaquakes shaking the hull, a sudden waterspout ripping across the deck, or something unseen rising silently from the deep. Sailors claimed they heard phantom footsteps on her deck, or saw lanterns swaying on nights when no one should be there at all. When the Mary Celeste was towed to Gibraltar, a formal inquiry began. Officials suspected foul play by the Day Gracia's crew, accusing them of murdering the Celeste's people for salvage money. But no evidence supported the claim, just theories and fear and the silence of the sea. The inquest ended without resolution, and the Mary Celeste was eventually released. But sailors avoided her. They whispered she carried a curse, a vessel that wanted its crew returned and would never forgive the loss. Voyage after voyage, captains reported misfortune, crewmen lost, equipment failing, compasses spinning wildly. In 1885, her final owner, Captain G.C. Parker, attempted to commit insurance fraud. He filled the Mary Celeste with worthless cargo and ran her aground off Haiti. She broke apart on the reefs, waves tearing her skeleton into drifting timbers. Parker survived. The ship did not. But even after her destruction, sailors in the North Atlantic swore they saw her gliding through fog, lanterns glowing faintly, rigging whispering in the wind, though no living hand pulled the lines. What really happened aboard the Mary Celeste? Was it panic, a perfect storm of fear, a quiet act of mutiny, or something beyond anything we have a name for? Every logbook, every retelling, feels like a message in a bottle cast into time, drifting, searching for someone who might finally understand. Maybe the truth sank with them, or maybe it floats just beneath the surface, waiting for someone brave enough to look down. The Atlantic keeps her secrets, and that's why the Mary Celeste sails on, not across the water, but through every story told in her name. Another story added